Hello there, my name is Mr. Smartdonkey. Welcome to my new FIFA 14 Ultimate Team series called Level Up. The objective of this series is to go from a bronze team to a gold team, passing through silver along the way. This means that if I win a game, I level up a player, if I lose a game, I level down a player, and if I draw, there's no changes whatsoever. I'm only allowed to go up one tier at a time, meaning I have to finish off the entire silver squad before moving a player up to gold. I'm playing with England, so I can only use English players, no matter what league they play in. That's it, I hope you enjoy. Alright, so first off, I'm going to show you guys the squad we're starting with. So in goal we've got Mr. Long, look at his stats, 71 diving, 60 handling, 70 reflexes and 61 positioning. Those are for me the most important stats. Kicking and speed is always nice, but it's not too important for me. So on left back we've got Daniels with 82 pace and a bunch of pretty average stats, 62 passing, 64 dribbling for a left back, that's not bad. Some decent defending and heading as well. Next in we've got Pierce with his 74 pace, 63 defending and 70 heading. The heading of course is very important in this game because it seems to be quite overpowered at the moment. Next to him we've got Wiseman with 84 pace, which is pretty ridiculous. It's also quite expensive on the market right now. 60 passing, 64 dribbling, 63 defending, 64 heading, also very decent stats for a defender. And on right back we've got Wabara with 83 pace, 64 defending, 67 heading, pretty decent heading for a right back as well. Then in front of him we've got Brandy with his staggering 91 pace and 72 dribbling. Sorry, he's also got 3-star skills. Everyone on the midfield has 3-star skills. I'm not too much of a skiller, but 3-star is always nice. Being able to do the roulette is very important to me. The next thing we've got Coke, which is probably one of the best players in terms of stats for me in the team right now. 78 pace, which is good for a midfielder. I don't really care about pace on midfield, but it's pretty decent to have. But the rest of his stats are just very good. 64 shooting, 64 passing, and 67 dribbling, and pretty good defensive stats as well. And then next to him, another amazing player on the team, Elliot, with 63 pace and an amazing 68 shooting for a bronze. That is just completely ridiculous. 70 passing and 72 dribbling as well. Very good bronze player. Next to him, the paciest player in the team. I know it's a pretty pacey team, and I know pace isn't as important anymore in the game, but I figured these were some of the best players, English bronze players anyway, so figured we'd get them regardless. 93 pace and 66 dribbling, his two most outstanding stats. The rest isn't too great. 59 shooting isn't bad for a left mid though, a bronze left mid anyway. Then up front we've got Green with 89 pace, 63 shooting, which is pretty decent as well. The rest is not amazing. 54 dribbling. He's also got 3-star skills, and then next to him we've got Sinclair, who only has 2-star skills, which is a bit of a downer. 88 pace, 62 dribbling, and 66 heading, which is decent as well for a striker. We want someone to have some decent heading because, like I said, heading is pretty strong right now. I'm sure it's going to get nerfed, but for now it's pretty strong. So that's the team we're starting with, and now let's play some games. So as you can see there, the record, I'm going to show that every time before every match, just so you can see I'm not cheating. First guy we come up against got a left wing as a left back and a center back as a left mid and a bunch of weird positions. Obviously a starter team, we're still in early FIFA 14, but he probably could have used this players a little bit better there. Our first chance here was Sinclair. He makes a header at goal and it just doesn't quite reach the net, but Elliot's there to pick up the ball, shoot it tidy in the bottom left corner, and apparently it's counted as an own goal, which is pretty weird. Our first FIFA 14 goal is actually an own goal, or at least an opponent's own goal. So Obara making a nice run, Brandy getting it back from him, Brandy taking a shot and hitting the post, but Elliot there again to pick up the scrap, so that basically a second goal, even though only this one counted, the other one didn't. But a nice finish there from him. We get a free kick here, Obara taking it, and a surprisingly tidy overhead kick from our center back Wiseman, which I was very confused about. I wasn't expecting him to be there to do the overhead kick, but it didn't actually go in. The keeper saved it. Again there, a pretty decent chance, but again our keeper saving it. We get a shot off there with Brandy putting it back in the box. Very lucky for everyone to avoid it. None of his defenders actually got to the ball on Coke there to pick up the slack and put it into the net. The guy actually decided he wanted to rage quit. We were 3-0 up after about 66 minutes. He did have a pretty shitty team. I wasn't completely wrecking him or anything. There you can see the record 1-0. So we leveled up because we won our first match. I'm going to put in a Bonlahor in the team. I'm going to take Sinclair out, put a Bonlahor in even. I haven't really seen my strikers doing too well so far. So I figured we might as well take him out. Of Bonlor, you can see 90 pace, 70 shooting, 64 passing, 74 dribbling, and 74 heading. Really good stats for a striker, a silver striker. Obviously, everyone knows Bonlor. Overpowered pace. He used to be still quite pacey, but as I've said before, pace isn't that important. Second guy we come up against, slightly worse, slightly better team than the last guy. Not as bad, but still a starter team. Still only a bunch of bronzes and some non-rare golds. But first off, a nice goal with Coke again. So far, our only goals have been from our midfielders, which is why I wanted to take out one of the strikers and replace him with a Bonlor, who is there to make a nice header, but the keeper only just about gets his hand to it. But a nice passing play here between Green and a Bonlor. Bonlor trying a shot at goal, again gets saved, but it isn't out of play yet. Brandy's chasing down Wobara actually over here, making a nice tackle, getting the ball and crossing it in. Green getting on his head onto it, but again doesn't find the back of the net. So he actually gets a chance here. He's running through, very poor defending from me. I just slid past him, and here I couldn't even get to him, but luckily it deflected off one of my players, and my keeper Long was just able to grab that out of the air. This is a nice clip to show off that paces and everything. 90 pace. I'm sure his players are 90 pace. I was nearly like right next to him, couldn't get past them whatsoever, not even close to getting past them. Elliot here trying to cross it in for a Bonlor taking a nice bicycle kick on that, but couldn't get it into the back of the net. I was quite struggling to get goals in this match. As you can see, I had plenty of chances, but finally Bonlor figures I'm just going to do this myself. I'm going to run it into a nice area and get some space for myself and just shoot it, and it ended up going in the top left corner. It was a pretty nice finish. So, second player I'm going to replace is again a striker, this time taking out Green. Normally I would have taken in put in my a new goalkeeper, but in this case I figured my goalkeeper hasn't had much to do yet, so I'm just going to put in Jerome or however you pronounce him. Pretty similar to Bonlor, 88 pace, 70 shooting, 69 passing, 73 dribbling, and 78 heading. So thank you all for watching, I hope you enjoyed, and I shall see you next time.